For the most part, you have to take the exam in English. There are certain circumstances, if you've been a lawful permanent resident for a really long time, and if you're over, say, the age of 55, under certain conditions, if you've been here for long enough and you're old enough, they will allow you to take the exam with a translator. The Immigration Service really sort of looks down on that. They'd much prefer you to apply and to have your questions asked in English. There have been some issues with fraud with translators in the past, so they're sort of vigilant about that. There are certain circumstances where you can get what's called a medical exemption waiver of taking the exam. And a lot of people think, oh, well, if I just get a doctor to sign off and says I'm sick, then I'm not going to have to take the exam. And that's not true. If you want to get that waiver of the requirement to have to take your exam in English and to take the exam at all, you need to get substantial evidence that there's a medical problem, there's a fundamental medical problem with your brain or with your body that prevents you from learning English and learning civics. It's a very high standard, and it's not as easy as a lot of people think, and it takes gathering up good evidence that you've been in treatment, that in St. Louis, it's a resettlement city, so we have a lot of people who've been victims of war around the world, Afghanistan, Iraq, Bosnia. A lot of these people have been traumatized and have been receiving treatment for real medical conditions, diagnosis of PTSD and other kinds of things that prevent them from learning English, and you've got to gather that evidence. You can't just sign the form and send it in.